Right now, an exclusive. This is a man who I'm a very big fan of, an incredible actor turned producer and director. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Michael Rapaport. How are you, sir?
Good, I'm good. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Now, you have done something that a lot of people would not expect, not knowing you personally. You have created a documentary about A Tribe Called Quest.
Yes, it's called Beats, Rhymes, and Life, The Travels of A Tribe Called Quest, and I've been a fan of theirs since 87, 88, when I first heard Q-Tip on the Jungle Brothers album on 98.7 KISS FM in New York City. And of course, because I was always asking when I would see Q-Tip around New York or people in the around the group, I'd be like, will A Tribe Called Quest make more music? And what happened? And that curiosity spawned a documentary that I started shooting 2.5 years ago in 2008. And we finished in January, and the movie premiered at the Sundance Film Festival, and now the movie's coming out in theaters, and I couldn't be happier. I didn't know as a fan that Q-Tip takes credit for producing the first 3 albums. He likes to take sole credit on that, and I thought it was the group, and I thought Ali Shaheed Muhammad had more to do with that. But Q-Tip definitely, goes out of his way to take credit for that. That was surprising. I also didn't realize how long Tip and Fife have known each other. They've known each other since they were like 2 years old.
Right.
And they're like brothers, like literally like brothers, like they're like family. So the like brothers, the ones you love the most, and also could be the one that piss you off the most. And they have an intense friendship and intense relationship. And I think the things that made them so great as performers, that intensity that made Tribe Called Quest so special, are some of the same things that also caused the group to break up and continues to cause at times a dysfunctional relationship between the group. And as a fan, you just want to see them get along and do their thing, and you want more of it. And the movie explores that.
What is the deal with Q-Tip? And then I've heard Ali Shaheed Muhammad speak about not being happy with it.
Well, as far I can't really speak for Tip.
Right.
I can only speak for the conversations I've had with him and speak on the things that he said publicly. He said, "I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with what them dudes said. I love what you did, Mike."
Right.
And then, then he started feeling that the movie was, one-sided, or that the movie should be more about the music. And, the movie, to me, encompasses everything. So his displeasure, I think, was kind of because of showing some of his flaws.
Right.
But not in a judgmental way and not in any kind of derogatory way. And when I say flaws, I mean, we all have them. But I know that I came into this and finished the film with, nothing but respect, admiration, and an open heart to A Tribe Called Quest. But in answering the question, will A Tribe Called Quest ever make more music? You have to explore some of the reasons why or why not, and why they broke up in the first place.
Right. But do you feel that in any way that this documentary favors Fife
Absolutely
more than
not.
it does
One
Q-Tip?
of my biggest goals and hardest jobs, was not being biased at all. I didn't know Fife,
right,
Jarobi, or I knew Ali. We got friends in common. I knew Q-Tip. If anybody I came into this having, a friendship with, it was Q-Tip.
Right.
I've known Q-Tip for 14 years, so if I had any sort of preconceived biasness, it was Tip.
Right.
Me and him have been buddies for a while. So I was exploring, I want them to make more music. I'm a fan. I came into it as a fan. I'm always going to love the music. This has been an intense process,
right?
But I know that my side of the street is clean at this point. I know I participated in this little online twittering stuff, but I didn't start it. And before I heard Q-Tip say something about the movie, I didn't have a Twitter account.
Wow.
So it is what it is. If anything has happened good from the comments that he's made and that Ali made, it's made people more curious to see the film. So, maybe they know something I don't know. So I wanted to treat them that way. All this other garbage that's happened in the tweeting, and I don't like Michael and we don't like the producers, so what? Because at the end of the day, I didn't make the movie for A Tribe Called Quest.
You made the movie about A Tribe Called Quest.
I made the movie about them, and I made it for the fans and for myself, and I wasn't a hired gun. And I know in my heart, I know in the bottom of my heart that no other director worth their salt would have given them as much say, input, and time of day into what they thought the movie should be. Not one of them.
Right. And
Spike Lee would have been like, get the fuck out of my face.
Now that is a very, very interesting statement, because there are those who feel like if it wasn't for you, the movie would not have been made. Basically because A, you're a movie star, and B, you're a white man.
Well, I don't know about the white, but definitely the fact that, that here's the reason why the movie was made.
Right.
I'll show you. Because my wallet. I spent my own money to make the movie.
So there wasn't a whole lot of people coming to you, no backdoor deals. This was something that truly came from you.
I spent my own money getting the movie going, and I financed, the movie, and along the way we picked up some financiers, but there was no, studio saying, hey, we're going to give you $10 million, $1 million, $500,000, or $1,000 to make this film. This is an independently produced film that I came to them and said, I want to do it. Mm-hmm. But no one was like, if I had said I came to them, I want to do it and say, but I need to raise the money, there would be no movie. I put my money where my mouth is. There was no agenda, or any kind of anything. Like this was like, out of curiosity and the love of the group.
Playing, some very intense characters. Like I love Philadelphia Phil and big fan.
Thank you.
Great role. I think it's probably your most underrated role.
Yeah.
Are there certain things that made you uncomfortable, like in doing higher learning for a second? Does the word nigga make you uncomfortable?
I mean, nah. I mean, when you say it to me here and you put it to me like that, it doesn't make me. It's like if I said, "Does the word kike make you uncomfortable?" The hair on the yeah. So it's the same thing. I mean, but when I was doing the part, like it was no hold bars. Mm-hmm. Like I came in with a job to do, and the way I got the part was John Singleton. And this was when Ice Cube was Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. He wasn't family friendly.
It wasn't Are We There Yet guy. This was like Ice Cube, and Cube was playing his part, and he had me come in and read. It was just me, Cube, and he, Cube was hanging out with some Fruit of Islam dudes. So it was me, Cube, John Singleton, and some Fruit of Islam dudes, some Nation of Islam dudes, and we, read all the scenes, and John was like, all right, do it. Go ahead and do it. And, and I just brought it to him. But in the character,
right?
And then I got the part, but I didn't feel uncomfortable. I think on the set, it was a pretty interesting set because there was a lot of dudes walking around with their head shaved, and none of them knew me. And then there's like Busta Rhymes, there's Omar Epps, Regina King, who's as tough as nails, John Singleton. It's an all black crew, and everybody, we're all young, and the script is very, it's a very kind of provocative script. So it was fun doing it. But for me, I always knew like I didn't take it seriously in terms of like, you're going to think this is who I am. And people did think that, while we were shooting, like, what's up with this guy? But I'm like, yo, I'm from, Manhattan, like I went to school in Brooklyn, like it's okay.
It's okay.
It's just so cool. But, but in the first month of it, it was a very intense filming. And, the funny thing about Remy, the skinhead from Higher Learning, is that there's not a day that goes by that someone doesn't mention that character to me, because as bad as the character was, people love the character. I think, because it was an honest depiction of a person like that. So I call Remy now the skinhead from next door. He's like the friendly, I think I'm going to pitch a sitcom with, Remy and the family of skinheads from next door.
Almost said. Beats, Rhymes, Life, Journey of Tribe Called Quest.
No. Oh. Beats, Rhymes, and Life.
Get it right, Taz.
The Travels of a Tribe Called Quest. It's Tribe Called Quest. You got to get it right.
Got to get it right.
It opens in Philadelphia, July 22nd. It opens in New York and Los Angeles, July 8th. My father's going to die that I threw that K word at you. But, a lot of people ask me about, like, the race and doing this movie. Like, that's not even something that came into factor with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I'm a fan and whatever. But I can't believe I said that. My father's going to be like, what? Are you crazy?
You had to make the point. And the point
but you know what I'm saying?
But, I mean, if I didn't ask you, I would be remiss.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is what it is. Michael Rapaport, thank you so much, my man.
All right, cool, man.
Absolutely. Go see the film, damn it.
Your radio is locked to Philly's Power 99 FM.